Okay, I remember now. I'm gonna try to make a Bolen. A Bolen bevel or a Bolen extended E-notch. One of those two. And I'm gonna use this piece I broke earlier. This is a heat treat. But it had a defect in it. Hopefully that's it for defects. Hopefully. So yeah, I'm going to try to go faster on this one. Or quote unquote fast. We'll see. It's usually not a good idea to try to go fast on heat treat, because sometimes it can get really delicate. We'll see what happens. Hopefully that limestone in the middle isn't very deep. We'll soon find out. Not too bad, but not too good. Let's see. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. I wiped out more of the tip than I wanted to. Luckily, the internet says these are medium-sized points, so they're not going to be very big. Luckily. Fortunately for us, I don't have to try to maximize the size. No. That means I'm not gonna. I gotta make sure it's nice and thick, because I think I do want to put another bevel on this. I don't want any of that limestone in there. Okay, cool. Did I preserve a lot of it? Nope. Did I get some cruddies? Oops, I dropped an object. They're gonna change the channel now. Yeah, this is a cruddy. But let's see. I just put it over with the other heat treat, just in case I feel the urge to maybe put this in a box. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good box over there. Put some of these small ones in the small flakes box. All right. Yeah. Small flakes box. Some of this is good, some of it isn't. Some of it's got problems. I gotta watch out for the little problems, because if I go too fast over those areas, it's not gonna turn out very good. Did it clear it? It cleaned a bunch of it. Nice flake. Nice flakes. Oh yes. But I can't go too thin, because then the bevel's not going to look good. I don't need to bevel it if I'm just making a simple Bolen extended notch. Right? Right. Doesn't need to be wide either. I don't know why I'm making it so wide. The tip's really wonky. Yeah, the tip is a little bit wonky, but it's not too bad. I'm trying to remember if I've seen any large ones of this type. Because there's always exceptions, you know. The book or the internet says it's usually a medium-sized point. But I bet you there's some really big Bolens. Yeah. I bet you. Since this is a heat treat, this is very easy to trim down. So I can get the general shape pretty fast. Oops. A little bit too much. Try to keep it thick. Except at the base, that's where it's giving me trouble right there. We'll see. I almost got under it. Next stage. All nice and pretty for the next stage. And there's a debate whether or not these things went through stages back in the day, but I think, oh yes they did. Why? Because the alternative would be, no, there's no stages. I don't think that's a good alternative. Why do all these cached points look kind of similar? Even when they're different time periods. Why do they all look kind of similar? That's what I want to know. Why would they stash them in the biface stage? Or I should say, shouldn't use the word stage. She said, why would they cache them in the biface state? Just finish them out and stash them. Yeah. Could do it just as easily. Just finish them out and then stash them. Why would they stash only the bifaces? You might say, there are stashes of completed points. What you talking about? Yeah, I know. I know there's stashes of completed points. But I think that's the exception, not the rule. I think. I don't know. Could be wrong. Could be wrong about that. I don't know what's more common, stashes of bifaces or stashes of finished points. After all this time and reading the internet, I still don't know what's more common. Stashes of bifaces or stashes of points. Or I should say caches. Yeah. Is it a preform yet? Yep, it's starting to go in the direction that I want. It's starting to right now. Man, it's not supposed to do that. Luckily, these are medium size. Huh. Yep. You don't have to maximize the size on these. What's going on with it? This is acting a lot like Ocala chert at the moment. Yeah. With the defects in it and the delicacy, the delicate, fragile nature of it after it's been heat treated, it reminds me of that Ocala chert. So I bet you these are related. Betcha. Might be too much heat at 450 degrees. It might have made it a little too delicate. Come on. There you go. That's it. There you go. All right. Not too thin now. I just want to make it more regular, but not too thin. All right. Let's try again. It's going to be a preform. Just trying to thin it down a little bit with the percussion flaker. Wish I could have seen more of these in the side view. I just saw front and back of a bunch of these Bolens. And that's it. I need side views so I know how thick they are. So I'm just regularizing it a little bit more. Now that I'm here. It makes it so much easier when I start to bevel it. The cross sections are elliptical or rhomboid. What is rhomboid? Is that a band? No. Well, it could be. Rhomboid is when you got bevels on it. It gets rhomboidish. Oh yeah. I'm not doing much good. Diminishing returns. When you start getting diminishing returns, gotta change it up. So I gotta change it up here. When I start getting those steps. Alright. See, when I start getting those, or that, it's time to change it up a little bit. Lower the pressure. It's thin enough. It's probably too wide for most Bolens and stuff, right? But I don't care. Nope, don't care. Let's see. I can tweak it later. I can always make it smaller. Yep. Should I zoom in? Should I? You don't really want to see. It's no fun to see everything. It's gotta have some mystery. Haha. Everyone's saying no mystery. Flintknapping is not supposed to be mystery. Yeah, I know. It is mystery if I can't get it into focus here. Even if I zoom in, if it's not in frame, it's not gonna do nobody any good. My glasses are already full of dust. Yeah, I need to make a pattern for these so I know that I'm within range, because I have a feeling these are too big. I'm making these too big. I'm taking it for granted that I have nice big pieces of stone. And using the big pieces of stone for stuff that is tiny. Right? I hope not. I hope these were not really, really tiny. Come on. It's definitely time for some easy stick action. These are too small. Although I like the small ones. They don't take up much space. It is easier with a longer Ishi stick. Oops. You didn't see? It's good for mystery. If you can't see. Yeah. Discreet napping. Never heard of it? Now you know. Discreet napping. Can't really see what the guy's doing. It's a good thing, right? No. If I'm watching a Flintknapping video and I can't see what the guy's doing, I don't like that Flintknapping video. I got dust in my glasses from all the grinding. That's what I get for grinding. Oh, much better. All that grinding dust gets on my glasses. Okay, so I know that these either went, how should I say it? They were shorter distance across the neck at the bottom, or were they shorter distance across the neck at the top? I can't remember now. I'm going to assume it's a shorter distance across the neck at the bottom. I'm going to assume. Why is that important? Well, to make it look like the real thing, these little bitty details make a difference. Yeah. Can you see, or do I need to change the lighting? Let's see. All this time you couldn't see, you didn't say nothing. Yeah. Why didn't you say something? All right, let me see. See, are they like this, where they're big, wider at the bottom, or are they like this, where they're more narrow at the bottom? I'm trying to remember. I should pause the video and check. I think it doesn't matter. I think I saw one that had one of each. If I were to do it, I would make it more narrow near the top. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm doing it. Yeah. If I were to do it, that's what I would do, because I'm doing it. Now, were these E-notched? It says that some of them were. The internet says some of these were E-notched. They had extended E-notch. Yeah. I could be doing this with indirect percussion. Let me see. These notches are wide enough that I could be punching these. Don't have to be suffering with the pressure flaking. I'm using the big spatula tool, although it's kind of messed up. So let me round it up a little bit. Got a burr on that from all that step fracture removal stuff. And maybe, yeah. What else I was using that for? What else was I using that for? Anyway, let's see if we can punch some of this stuff out. That way as it gets thicker and thicker, I don't have to suffer. Okay, come on. It's a little bit trickier when you try to get the good angle on the spatula tool. Ooh, so much better. See that? It popped right out. You don't believe me? I lost it. Yeah, it popped right out of there. Well, it's already 26 minutes. I should be done by now. Yeah. What's the holdup? Beautiful. So much easier. Oh yes. And I can get that neck very narrow very quickly. Oh, that's almost too much taken off of that ear. A little bit too much gusto there. Slow down a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I could put a little E notch in there, I suppose. Little bit of one. That's too small. I'll pressure flake something in there. Or not. Yeah. All right, so there it is. See if I can fix this really thin ear. Take it back a little bit so it gets a little more robust. Because if I grind that, it's going to go away. Yeah, it's not going to be symmetrical. Oh well. I think these Bolens had flat bases, as far as I remember. Yeah. Okay, so now I gotta just do the beveling. Well, you guys take a little break. Come back in a minute. I know. A lot of you guys say, I watch it all the way through. I know. I'm just making fun of the ones that don't. Why? Because they're not here. They already left. I'm not talking to you guys that are still watching. Well, yeah, I am talking to you guys because the other ones left. But you know what I mean. Yeah, they left. This pressure flakes well. I'm surprised. It wasn't really flaking all that great with the percussion, but the pressure flaking is really good. Yeah, easy peasy. Although, yeah, I do need an Ishi stick. I'm going to make some. I'm going to bite the bullet and make some Ishi sticks with long handles, right? Long handles. Super long. No, not super long. Just long enough, maybe 12-inch. Yeah. I'm going to regularize it here. Hold on. I know I'm supposed to be only beveling on one side. Yeah. Just wait. I'm trying to regularize it. That way the bevel looks nice. Gotta have some nice things in life. Yeah. Put the bevel on this side. I'm going to regularize the other side first. Or try to anyway. Gotta take care of the lumps first. That was a lumpy spot. Yeah, that was kind of a lumpy spot. Let's just, I gotta regularize it a little bit more. There we go. Am I ready? Are we ready now? Almost ready. Almost ready for the hardcore beveling in a minute here. Okay. I don't know how they did this in the past. I'm just doing it the way that I know how to do it. Yep. Going from memory. Alright, let's see what we got. Wrong one. Dum-de-dum. Alright. Nice. So, what do I talk about? What do I talk about while I'm beveling? I'm going to do some malevolent beveling. Yeah. Talk about bad stuff. That's malevolent beveling. Yeah, a lot of L's in that. The letter L. Brought to you by the letter L and the letter C. What's the letter C got to do with any of this? Well, you always gotta have the letter C. C is for cookie. Yeah. The episodes with the letter C always had lots of cookie crunching going on. What am I talking about? Don't worry about it. This is for the older generation. They all know what happens when the show is brought to you by the letter C. We all know that we immediately sit down. In the beginning of the show, it says this show is brought to you by the letter L and the letter C. The letter C? Dang it, I gotta watch this episode. There'll be some cookies in it for sure. It wasn't for the cookies. It was for the Cookie Monster. Yeah. That's why. Couldn't miss it. Oh yeah, I remember. My mom told me for years that she learned English from Sesame Street. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you can't learn much English from Sesame Street. I never understood that. But apparently, Sesame Street taught a lot of non-native speakers how to speak English. Apparently. Okay. Almost ready. Almost ready. Almost done. It doesn't show up as well on this one as it did on the other one. We're getting there. One more pass and we should be good. Grinding it a lot, huh? Yeah. Should I grind it that much? Probably not. If I grind it too much, it installs dull areas. You don't want it to install dull areas. Yeah, we're going to get a nice bevel on that. Alright, here we go. Home stretch. It's supposed to be done 10 minutes ago. Because these are not that big a deal. Except for you new guys. You new guys, these are a big deal. You won't be able to do them. No, I'm kidding. I think, in my opinion, these are some of the easiest ones for beginners to do. In my opinion. This beveling stuff, you can learn it in a few days. If you are really not inclined to do this kind of stuff, then it might take you a few weeks, but this beveling stuff is not that hard, I think. Now, if you don't have the muscle strength yet for pressure flaking, it might be hard. I don't know. Not that I have a lot of muscle strength for pressure flaking. You just gotta have a little bit of it. Did it get sharp? It's got a good edge, it looks like. Come on. It's supposed to focus. Alright, let me see. This newfangled stuff's supposed to work right, but I can't seem to get it to work right. Let's see. I want to show you the edge. There it is. It gets thin if you bevel it right. See that? You can get it thin all the way down. Come on. I don't know. Are you doing it? No, it's not doing it. There it is. This side's not as sharp as the other side. But it's got the bevels on it. It feels kind of sharp. This one doesn't really. Actually, this one doesn't. I'm gonna do another pass. I think I might have ground down this area too much. I think I know what it is. It's a heat treat, so it's gonna crush more than a raw. You wanted to scoop out. There's the little scoop out. See how it's concave on this side? You want a little scoop out. Concavity on this side. When you push down, the little bulb on each one creates a scoop out. Almost caught it. Alright, so that's good enough. It does feel sharper now. Yeah, I think these were kind of serraty, but not extremely so. So kind of tone them down a little bit. So Bolen bevel, right? And a little bit of a remnant of the E-notch. I don't remember seeing those being very pronounced. But I remember the little ears and the big notches. And I'm pretty sure the stem and the base and the ears are ground. Pretty sure. So these are found in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, right? And these are found up further north. Not much further north, but you know what I mean. So these are south into Florida from, let's say, the line between Georgia and Tennessee or South Carolina. I don't know my geography very well. Anyway. And I forget which one's older. I think the E notch might be older, but I don't know. Anyway, Bolen is probably what a lot of this stuff was used for. Alrighty. And I'll check to see if the bottom of this notch is wider across the neck than the top. I think it is wider across at the bottom here, but I could be wrong. It could go the other way. Alrighty, let's see. That was not a good idea. Alright, I just sprayed chips all over. Okay. Alrighty.